I'm Kavakis for Forum 43 and the Diecast Zone, and this is going to be my take on Brooklyn's 1956 Century Riviera hardtop. Let me tell you what I'm trying to do with these videos. I think it's a special moment. We're all collectors, and I think you can sympathize with this. But I think it's a special moment when I open up a box for the first time and take a look at a model. I don't run home from my post office box and open up the box and tear it open and look at it immediately. I like to savor the moment. I like to spend a few minutes when it's quiet and I can appreciate what I'm taking a look at. So that's what I want to show you with these videos, to share some of that excitement with you. So as we go forward, I've got a bunch of them that I'd like to do videos on. I just haven't time to get through them, and so we've got a lot going on around the house, but now things have settled down some, so I hope to do a quick series of them here. And so the other thing that I want to accomplish with the video is I want to show you what the model looks like in hand. So there aren't going to be a lot of extreme close-ups. Some folks do great pictures of their models very close up, but to be honest with you, there are very few models out there that will endure that type of close-up. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at a model, I've had it in my hand, I put it on my shelf, I put it on my desk, and I'm totally satisfied with it until somebody puts up a picture that's blown up 4 or 5 times its size, and there's some flaw there, and now all I can see is the flaw. So I want to show you what this model is going to look like on your shelf. And for a lot of the higher quality 1/43 models today, they look pretty good on the shelf. So I want to be honest. I want to point out if there are flaws, and I want to be able to point those out. But I want to be positive too. So I hope you enjoy these videos, and I'm enjoying making them. You know, we normally have the show in October, Chicago, one in March, one in October. There's not going to be one this year, but I'm working on something that might be a little bit of a virtual show. So, and I've got a few people that are wanting to participate. So I'll have some news for you as we get closer to the middle of the end of October or so. So today I'm going to unbox Brooklyn's Century. I'm going to put on my little cotton glove here. I like to like to handle my models with cotton gloves so that I don't get fingerprints all over them. And this is Brooklyn's typical box. It's formidable. It's solid. It comes with the little Brooklyn handbook. There's something sponge spacer in here to keep things in place. And then you see inside. The model is suspended inside the box. And that's what I love about this. As Brooklyn continues to refine their models and add mirrors and antennas and things like that, this is a way to ship the model without packing everything in real tight or requiring the collector to use tweezers and things to put mirrors and that on. So I like what they're doing here. I know there's been a lot of controversy over the box, but there it is. The box is here. So there's also a little dust cover in here, and here's the model. Boy, I'll tell you something. I just love the colors here. I think they're fantastic. This is Carlsbad black and Tahiti coral and Dover white. The finish again is flawless. The paint is beautiful. And if you're aware of what's been going on in the hobby, Brooklyn has struggled a little bit on a few models with their colors. By and large, they get them really well. They do very well. And colors are so hard to interpret on a video, in particular in a photograph. It has so much to do with the lighting in the room, the type of camera you have, the type of monitor you're looking at, and even if we can get all those things right, then the monitor that you look at it on has to be calibrated properly. So it's almost impossible to tell the true colors of a car just by looking at a picture, and maybe even by looking at a video. Now, I've been working with lights. I'm trying to get my lighting neutral so that so that we can represent the colors as well as possible. We'll see how that goes. I still need some work on that. But just to satisfy your curiosity, this is the Tahiti coral, and here's the color sample from Auto Color Library. And as you can see, the color sample, again, even the color sample can have difficulties because, again, I've got to look at that on my monitor. I printed a copy. It depends on how accurate the printing is. There's so much question. You're just really not going to know until you have the model in hand. But the way I'm looking at it, the color sample looks a little bit lighter, but this is pretty acceptable. They've done a pretty close job of getting the colors accurate, at least on this model they have. And of course, the Carlsbad black is a brilliant black, and the Dover white is white. It's an off-white. You know, and what Brooklyn has been excelling at recently is taking care of the details. The trim around the windows on the model is to scale. It's perfectly placed. The lensing in the front, the lenses are the chrome trim ring. Some makers will put a dot of resin in there, but these are actually two pieces. The lenses they look real. There is some black washing on the grill, and just enough to give it a nice dimension. The little color coordinated trim ring around the wheel, the edge of the wheel is perfect. The white walls are the right size. The badging is good. Could use a little bit of color, but it's very well represented. The chrome is brilliant. The lenses in the back are painted on, but I got to tell you something. I looked at my blue model with the magnifying glass, and they're painted on very, very well. So the interior is two-tone, very well done. The dash is well picked out. I think fidelity on this is just incredible. Brooklyn has really improved their game on this. So again, you know, it's a limited production model. When they're out, they're out. So I don't know if they're going to be doing more colors. I can't imagine that they won't. I got to figure that a convertible's coming along somewhere along the way. It'd be nice to see that. But before we pull off on this one here, I want to show you some of the potential that the model has. This is my model, and I had a friend do this for me. It's just beautiful. I love the colors. I don't think they're factory correct. So for those of you that are demanding complete authenticity in factory colors, this one here would not please you. I think the other one might. There it is, 1956 Buick Century Riviera 4-door hardtop. This car was built on a mid-sized chassis with a large car engine in it. So they took the engine from the Roadmaster, put it into the chassis and the body of the Special. It had the nail head 322 in it, somewhere around, I think, 255 horsepower. But that engine was a torque monster, 321 foot-pounds of torque. Did the quarter mile in 10 seconds. The quarter mile in 18 seconds, I'm sorry. 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. Burned about 13 miles per gallon. Top speed was somewhere around 117 miles an hour. But none of those figures are what this car was about. This car was about luxury. This car was about being an executive express. It was about showing your neighbors that you had a Buick. It was just a status symbol, but it was a well-made car as well. Hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to talking to you again sometime real soon.